Introducing Swiggy Instamart's The Better Half Cookbook.
To promote a movie about domestic violence,
turning an idea into a campaign is probably harder than turning nothing into an idea. About 90-95% of the winners are all winning their first can line. That is an unbeatable feeling.
Yeah, you never win your first line twice, but it somehow you feel like you want to win more. The results this year being a combination of 2 years worth of campaigns. Can didn't happen last year, as everybody knows. So I feel like, okay, I mean, I don't know if there's an immodest way to say this or there's a modest way to say this, but kind of expecting, at least for the ones that are from a couple of years ago, Vice, both Vice and the most reported trailer campaigns are from the end of 2019, early 2020. And they've been doing their own world tour of wins, like I tell the team, right? And this was the final stop. And so, yeah, I mean, in a very, very modest way, kind of expecting a good reaction to the campaign, certainly. But I think we're all surprised by the number of medals that we managed as an ABC in total, and pleasantly surprised in that. Yeah?
That's true. I think, I mean, all of us just like it's still an early start for us. I mean, it's still early days for us. Honestly, we've been, we're 2 years old in this, in the can line game, so to speak. So the good thing is that we've been able to make a decent, good impact in both those years. I think beyond like Gautam said, beyond the numbers, etc., the truth is that like even this year, like 2019, about 90-95% of the winners are all winning their first can line. That is an unbeatable feeling. In fact, I mean, it's almost tragic that Gautam and I will never get to feel that again. You only get to win your first, I mean, you can't win your first can line twice. It's impossible. So
there's actually something wonderful that Pooja from Office said in reaction to that, right? She said, I mean, yeah, you never win your first line twice, but it somehow you feel like you want to win more, Yeah. I really enjoyed that.
So it is. I love the fact that we've got a larger pool of winners in Web Chutney now after this year, and we're personally very happy that this is not some can team inside the agency. There are more and more winners that are coming out year on year, and I think that's an encouraging sign. We must be getting a few things right, but yeah, very, very happy.
Yeah, I mean, just one little thing there. I think PG and I are also simply reflecting of the achievements of 320 plus of our colleagues at Web Chutney. In fact, more than 320 plus, because
alumni and colleagues,
absolutely cannot discount the efforts of so many of our alumni who participated in these campaigns who are not currently in Web Chutney. So it's a lot of people coming together, even those who didn't directly work in campaigns to create a time for the others to do so, etc. So it's a collective win, and we're so thankful. It's a very convenient lie that he just answered. He's got to get through our filter first. From the 150 entries that. PG is a great sort of cheerleader for all our creative work. And if you ask any good creative across the industry, they'd want all of their work represented in Cannes, correct? Anyway, I'm only half joking. I think the process is not really a process. It's work that we believe in. It's work that we know that we want to represent us on a global stage. It's possibly work that has already won relatively well in the Indian circuit. And we hold awards like Curious very, very dear to our heart. And we usually send a signal as to kind of work that is respected or will be awarded. And so, yeah, I mean, not really a process or a filtration process as such, but but yes, it's a collective decision that we've all got to go through each other's filtration process to sort of really.
Yeah, it's a Roman Senate type situation, honestly, at one point. But like there is, if there is I think the moment we know that there's an idea on the floor that's like a really, really, really good idea, I think there is a bit of optimism there. But that's just step one. I think that great idea needs to turn into a great campaign. It needs to actually turn into a great project. And I would be totally lying if I said that, oh yeah, every time we've gotten a great idea, it's become a great campaign. It's not. A lot of times we've failed our own ideas, and that is so tragic. But that's I think that second part is when we have to break this myth that Cannes Lions or rather awards are for the creative department alone, that entire this thing, and pull everybody in and get everyone to share a bunch of ambitions on a piece of work. The work that we're usually proudest of is great work that also happens to kind of win an award, right? So that second part is there, and there have been tons of great ideas that never became great campaigns and therefore never became anything more than that, and that's on us. The good thing about something like 8-Bit is, okay, so first of all, I think Vice is a brilliant partner. I think a large part of the gravity of what it came from, like it comes from the fact that it was done for a brand like Vice, which is inherently a brave brand. Secondly, I think we're fairly obsessed with not taking technology like seriously enough. Like, see, the fact that it wasn't more technology to answer a problem, but in fact the absence of it, I think there is a certain poetic justice in that which we hold dear every time we're trying to come up with an idea that involves a lot of which is from a tech-based solution, etc. Coming to why one more reason why we hold it so dear is because I think inherently WebChutney has had a design-based DNA for a large part of its history. But the last 5-6 years, I think, because social media has just become this text-first kind of this thing, a lot of great ideas generally miss their design journey a lot. A great part of this is that our design team learned a new skill for the purpose of this idea. Just for this campaign, they learned a new skill. There is a certain transformation. I mean, great ideas are supposed to transform you as a creative person. It's supposed to change you. So we now know for a fact that there is a design team and they'll be like, pre-8-bit, we knew this much. Post-8-bit, we know this much. That's an important thing. And it's helped us introduce India to digital craft as a category. In 2019, social and influencer was a category that I think India was introduced to because of a piece of work from WebChutney. In 2021, digital craft has gotten a mention. So it's also there's a little pride in diversifying India's portfolio at Cannes, like having more categories to know that, hey, we've planted our flag over there, however small it is, the flag is planted in that category. So that felt really great. On the music, I think the Foley for that was actually like constructed from scratch. The person behind this is Sahil Chauhan, one of our alumni, very, very talented editor and videographer. So I think that was actually like kind of started from scratch to do that feat. And use that as a. I'd be lying if it wasn't like if we say that it wasn't a little Nolan inspired, because it's also to kind of connote time. The entire case film, if you see, is just it takes time as the currency, right? Like 10 days later, 30 days later, 50 days later. So I think we wanted a soundtrack that was kind of reflective of time ticking and time passing by. And yeah.
Tiny little thing to add there. I think we're also sort of again reflecting on the glory of a wonderful team who sort of strategized this in the beginning. And when in one of our internal rounds of sort of asking them about the origin story of the idea, and that's something that we really like to do, right? Like, for example, last year on Voice of Hunger, we had this little screenshot of an email floating around. I'm sure you've seen it, of how
match the food form.
Yeah,
that's what it was called.
And so, I think in Vice's case, when the question was posed, and Rohit from the team had a nice way of putting it, right? And he said, "We'd like to imagine the origin story of the It With Journo as a campaign not born out of just a brief, but equally born out of empathy, and the unimaginable sort of modern horror of even minutes without the internet. Forget like hours and days and months was the real starting point. And when they were lucky enough to find wonderful partners in Vice."
Most reported trailer, in fact, I'll once again call out the clients behind this one, the Trigger Happy. And we've been working with Trigger Happy for a very long time. In fact, one of our winners from 2019, Uri Surgical Strike, was also a campaign for whom Trigger Happy was the client. So this is, in fact, more special because this is the second line for them in 2 years, which shows that the shared ambition behind this agenda is just growing more and more, and that's so special for us. And the brief behind it, and I think Harsh, who heads a large part of our business, and including this one, he'd say that the brief for a movie marketing film is a movie marketing brief is always the same. There's no new brief for each film. It is create a lot of impact and a lot of noise based on what the film is trying to say, and that whether that was Uri with Surgical Strike or whether that was Thappad with Most Reported Trailer, that's the same. And here's the best part, right? Like, once again, with Uri, the piece that won is 1 out of 4 pieces that was made as part of the campaign. Similarly, in Thappad, the piece that won is 1 out of 4 or 5 pieces of promotion. So this is in fact the most, like, it was a tactical, time-based 1 month. You have like 10 days to like come up with a plan, 30 days to execute. It was as real as it gets in the advertising world, and through that, like in 2019 and 2021, we've had Cannes Lion winners being born out of that. So it's fantastic.
By a mile, one of our most impactful pieces of work. And it's again a very excellent point, PG, on sort of the replication of an online action into a real world action, and the fact that the trailer itself wanted to be taken down as a measure. I think all of those added to the PR value of not just the movie, but of the message that the movie was was aiming to send across. So yeah, love it.
The good part is that this is once again like Trigger. Swiggy is a winner in 2019 and Swiggy is once again a winner in 2021. These are the bits that we're honestly like most proud about. The fact that clients are able to consistently share this ambition with us. And in 2019, the interesting thing is Swiggy won for this buffoonery, clownish, jester type kind of a slapstick comic, Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton kind of an idea about like, making kebab shapes, funny noises. And in 2021, it's winning for an idea that's about that's about feminism, that's about equal sharing of responsibilities in the household, etc. I think that shows that honestly shows the breadth of that brand. It shows what that brand is actually capable of doing, because both parts of it is very intrinsic to Swiggy's DNA. Diversity is very, very intrinsic to Swiggy's DNA. So I think the job of creativity is to put, purpose in a way that actually makes brand and business impact. So we knew that was part of their purpose. And Pooja Manek from our team, once again, this is her brainchild. I think there's this, and be it with Tappad or 8-bit or this one, right? The thing is, as much as we'd love to romanticize the origin stories, the way these ideas come up are actually just like over the regular course of a day. This was Pooja Manek walking up to one of us and being like, hey, I have a nice idea. And that's how it starts. I know it sounds very like unromantic when we say it that way, but that's how 99% of great ideas start. It's actually just regular interactions. Pat Minardi's Politics of Housework from 1970, written 51 years ago, is still an inspiration for this. The fact that the onus of teaching men how to share equal responsibilities still lies on their spouse, on a woman. And that was a great starting point for us, is that like most of the time, one of the excuses that men give is that I'll do it, but you have to teach me how to do it. So there is this sense of learned helplessness, and we were like, there has to be an external teacher to this. So, and therefore the recipe serves as that external teacher to take the onus of the woman when it comes to of one partner in terms of the teaching.
We could do a whole show on origin stories of campaigns. Great idea for that in Media Insider. Yeah, I mean, all of these ideas are sort of these moments of genius, right?
Yeah.
And something that we don't often discuss is how hard it is to have those moments of genius. Being a creative is hard, right? I wouldn't know, but being a creative person is hard. And I think there's so much of it's messy. The daily process is messy. Right? There's so much of self-doubt, and there are rejection of ideas, and there's more rejection, there's the back and forth, and somewhere in between all of that, there's this sort of big moment of genius. And PG, you spoke about, people cracking that one little thing out of nowhere and either sending it out an email or getting on a call or on Zoom like we do now. I think it's the role of the agency and the creative culture that we want to create to sort of create the sort of compassionate atmosphere where these moments of genius have their sort of day out in the sun, and they're allowed to thrive and become something larger than life. And yeah,
Better Half is like I think it's close to like 19 months old as an idea. It took a very long time from when it started to how it ended up being. So yeah, I agree. These things are kind of hard to like. Turning an idea into a campaign is probably harder than turning nothing into an idea. So as much as I'd love to, as a creative person, just bask in the compliment of that Gautam gave to all of us about that moment of genius. These are campaigns. These are not ideas. These are teams that came together and made something out of something that was just in someone's head. Right? It's. And yeah, I think that's it's important that we as much as we recognize these origin stories, there is so much of hustle that goes into this from like possibly 4 dozen people across the company right now are celebrating their first can, and only 1/20th of them or 1/25th of them were part of that origin story. But this award goes out equally to everyone, all of them. Wouldn't have happened otherwise.
It's much about sort of public success, and award success is recent, but I think we're determined that both the agency and our industry sort of not rest on its past, right? And we can sense how rapidly it's on changing. I think that talent across our offices sort of have a consistent desire to sort of keep up with all of this and not just keep up, but to sort of lead the charge on this, right? So yeah, I think wins are great. Feet are firmly planted on the ground. We want to double down on what our market differentiation is, and we want to double down on creativity. It's our differentiator. I think creativity that works has kind of taken a backseat in our industry over the last few years, because right now, and rightfully so, at this moment in time, there's distribution of media, productivity, and efficiency are all the kind of things that are really, really valued, and rightfully so, right? But the effect of all of that is that all of them are becoming commoditized, and you'll have to go back to creativity as the differentiator. Right? So we sort of here riding the internet wave and keeping up with all of this and determined to make our focus of differentiation on creativity. This is a truly scarce resource whose value is on the rise, in my opinion.